I'll be damned. Are you seeing this? Or am I going mad? Something just dropped out of the sky, and I'm betting it was carrying some nice little goodies for us. Let's hope.
Like you could use a little pick-me-up. Am I right?
Let's see what you got.
Exactly what you need.
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah. The line at the car wash? Super long. Took me forever.
Your attempt at humor is wasted. Our targets are inside, 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? The mission's parameters just changed. We're going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
There's a high probability. I'm gonna make this as painful as possible.
Cannot escape detection for long. Survival is improper attacking enemy. Calculating most efficient attack.
I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
F633. Initiate reset. Authorization code Delta 62 Arcus.
Here they are.
God, it's a Courser.
Oh no.
Issue the reset codes and we'll relay back to the Institute. Time is critical.
All right, Synth.
Please.
C322. Initiate reset. Authorization code Gamma 49 Typhoon. No sudden moves.
Please, no.
Y915. Initiate reset. Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest. You there, Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
B257. Initiate reset. Authorization code Theta 93 Stratus.
That's all of them. Objective complete. Return to the town. Make sure all hostiles have been eliminated. I will relay the synths back to the Institute. Report to Father
We're gonna
upon your
drag that
return.
junk around.
Good work.
Movement detected. Attacking enemy.
Of the incident.
Possible.
Better we take it than some wasteland scavenger.
Lock's really strong.
Greetings, ma'am.
Operating at full capacity. Nothing to report, ma'am.
Oh, sure. And what am I supposed to wear?
son.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
Some air fresheners, a new coat of paint, and it'll all be good as new.
If only it were that simple. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
But why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Your unconditional love is overwhelming. I think I need a moment.
I can accept that you're offended. You must understand, though. I have had no love to feel. We have been strangers until now, you and I. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else. Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Well, here I am. Was it worth it?
I believe so. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
It was a job that needed doing.
Yes, but it was also a job that you needed to be aware of. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course. But they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation. Our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Come visit Advanced Systems whenever you please. We get all the fun projects.
Safety first. Remember that.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is she doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I don't think so.
It's all right. I wouldn't expect you to have. The project has been classified from the beginning. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
Right. Such hard times down here.
I would never disagree that life in the Institute is better than above ground. We have done much to ensure it. Now, we take things even further. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I am not overly fond of putting my own mother in harm's way, she has proven more than capable of handling herself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Please,
Can't be serious.
everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my mother as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? She isn't one of us. She isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my mother has already proven herself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
X688 sounded very impressed with your work at Libertalia. He doesn't give praise lightly. Well done.
Let your surroundings be a reminder of what science and willpower can accomplish.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Mother. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
What would it mean to be in charge?
Most divisions of the Institute are fairly autonomous, perfectly capable of functioning without intervention. Where those divisions interact, however, problems can arise. You'd lead the Directorate in setting policy, resolving disputes, and the like. There's no question that some of the Directorate, and the Institute at large, will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us. But for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
So your father's mother,
by 22
but he's
around.
older than you.
He didn't show up for duty today, and I...
Dr. Ao needs to speak to you, ma'am. You can find him in the SRB wing during duty hours.
I wish Quincy would stop telling
Dr.
those
Fillmore.
stupid stories.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Of course, that's why we're talking. Otherwise, you'd be up top already. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Ah, man. I have one of those, but it's in my other pants.
You wouldn't recognize one if it fell on your head. That's why I'm going to retrieve it.
You're going? That complicates things.
Not really, no. I admit I'm not fond of going up top, but I promise to stay out of your way. This device we're after? It's very sensitive equipment, and it's pretty damn old. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I trust myself more. So, are you going to put up a stink, or can we get moving?
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
I'm hurt, Doc.
Let's see what's wrong with you. Take good care of yourself, and you won't have to see too much of me. Here, this should take care of it. There we are. Good as new. There's a stock of medical supplies over in requisitions, if you need more.
Brotherhood sure is here. Guess we'll have to go through them.
Oh, wow.
Well, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's nice to see some of our older models.
I thought all the surface people
Have you
looked
seen
like monsters.
J522 around? He didn't show up for duty today. Can't seem to find him.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Of course. Right. You have to cut some corners. You're going to the mass fusion.
Ah, man.
You wouldn't reckon.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
I wish Quincy would stop telling those stupid stories.
Brotherhood sure is here. Guess we'll have to go through them. Oh, wow. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's nice. Oh, my. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's nice to see some of our older models have been useful to you.
Live the breath.
Area's sweet. Now. Nice.
Oh, my. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's nice to see some of our older models have been useful to you. Huh?
Caught you. My leg. Damn it. No.
Oh, my. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's nice to see some of our older models have been useful to you.
Over here. Damn, lost him. Ad Victoria.
Oh, my. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's nice to see some of our older models have been useful to you.
Wait, what was that?
Oh, my. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's nice to see some of our older models have been useful to you.
Come on, soldiers, stay with me. Nice try.
Oh, my. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's nice to see some of our older models have been useful to you. Oh, my. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's nice to see some of our older models have been useful to you.
mercy.
They can't hide from us.
Oh, my. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's nice to see some of our old...
Lost visual. Target re... Leave no survivors.
Oh, my. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I Guess it's nice to see some of our older models have been useful to you.
Have you seen J522 around? He didn't show up for duty today, and I can't seem to find him.
Did you check robotics? He was... probably scheduled for routine maintenance.
Dr. Ao needs to speak to you, ma'am. You can find him in the SRB wing during duty hours.
The Coursers give me the creeps, you know? They seem, I don't know, cold.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going...
I need some details.
Of course. You're going to...
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I...
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much... Not...
I wish Quinn...
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
My mommy says your father's mom, but he looks so much older.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to...
Absolutely.
All right. Let's... Recent event... You're going...
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it...
Sounds good.
Not as much as I'd appreciate, but here we are. Not to put more pressure. We don't want them getting... Head on up to the...
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Dr. Volkart, can you see to my injuries?
All right, hold still and I'll take a look. All this advanced technology and we still can't cure the common cold. I've got just the thing. All done. Head to requisitions if you need medical supplies. I have to admit, the third-generation synths are really something.
Hey.
I'm listening.
Go check that out.
On it.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
Hey.
What do you need?
Over here.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Right.
Move here.
On. else.
Brotherhood sure is here. Guess we'll have to go through them.
Oh, why?
Well, I wasn't expecting this.
Who's that? Must have been nothing.
chores here. Guess we'll have to go through them. Her chores here. Guess we'll have to go through them. Oh, my. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's nice to see some of our older models have been useful to you.
You